So this all started when these guys bought this lot next door. Now the lot is kind of small. It's in between two large lots. It's shaped like a beer funnel, and it's kind of a piece of crap. I mean, there's a reason it hasn't been developed in, I don't know, 70 years. There's been houses on this road, 80 years maybe. But yeah, it's not the greatest lot in the neighborhood. So whatever. I guess they are going to try and build a house there, and yeah. So one day my dad comes out to them putting a septic system, I guess you'd call it in, and it's pretty close to his pond there. And anyway, he called the Medina County sanitary engineers, and they came out and looked at it, and they didn't even realize there was a lake over here, apparently. That's what I was told. And yeah, they approved it. So ever since then, he's been concerned about septic and the leach field and everything else going into his pond, which he has good reason to. He loves his pond, loves his fish, loves taking care of it. So anyway, yeah, they started putting the septic in, and my dad was not happy about it. And I kind of knew the guy that was building the house as an acquaintance, friend of a friend type thing. So I was trying to mediate the whole situation and make sure they got along, maybe come to a reasonable solution about it and ease my dad's mind. And yeah. So then they started cutting all these trees down on the line and leaving all the crap and branches and cut up logs and stumps and all sorts of shit lying around the property line over here. And yeah, they didn't clean it up. So my dad walked over there and asked them to clean the branches and sticks and crap up, and they got into a verbal altercation. And yeah, that's kind of what started it all. And then about a month or so later, they had this whole pile of crap they were putting on the house, Tyvek wrap, plastic sheets, all kind of pieces of pipe and garbage, and it was all floating in my dad's pond.
Go down and take forward. It signals again. It started. Dumbass.
So he went over there madder than a hornet and got into another verbal altercation with the guy. The sheriff showed up. Nobody was cited. And my dad ended up cleaning up most of the garbage out of his pond. They told him they would be back here in a little bit to clean it up. And instead we drove by the bar and saw all their trucks parked there. And that's what kind of steamed his beans, because half the plastic got sucked down this here exit pipe for his pond and ended up clogging it up. One of the guys actually did end up coming over and picking up a couple pieces. I don't think he picked up much, but a lot of it ended up in this here pipe. I'll show you. That's the pipe he had to replace, because after the hydrojet blew out the side of the old pipe, he had to put a new one in. So then they ended up getting this backhoe stuck on the property line. And this thing was leaking oil and all kind of hydraulic fluid and crap all over his lawn and grass. They crushed a couple of his bushes and it just looked like crap. They left it there for a week or two and ended up fixing it. Never replaced the bushes, nothing like that. And then came the piss bottles. He started finding beer bottles with the cap put on them, half full of piss. I don't know, I think he found about a dozen of them. And yeah, that was not very sanitary either. So yeah, after all the piss bottles and whatnot, they, which my dad just cleaned them up and threw them out and didn't say a word about it. After all that, they put in this big drain pipe that, you know, cleans out the front yard. And it runs basically right along the leach field for the septic. And this is a big pipe, like a 14 or 16-inch pipe. And this thing was flowing right over a septic tank that was downhill from it and into my dad's lake. So anyway, he asked about that, and they brushed it off and didn't seem to care. So I got sick of hearing this this crap, and my dad's losing his hair and going crazy over it, and I just got sick of listening to it. I said, okay, well, we're going to do something about it. And yeah, these guys are trying to sell this house. They didn't build this house to live in. It's just a for-profit venture that a couple guys went in on. Like I said, I kind of know a couple of them, friend of a friend type thing. But yeah, this is what we ended up doing. First, we built a fence along the line.
That TV there, that'll provide hours of entertainment. What's on tonight?
Dicks! The Dick Network. All dicks all day. And up here.
It's a masterpiece.
You may recognize this guy from one of my other videos.
I just gotta make sure that that's there too. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
For the property line.
Right here.
Is caution tape?
Yeah. Then we posted all the trees with no trespassing, keep out, etc., etc. Moving the wind just a little bit. You're right.
That's
Put your hand, Brian.
Yep. Gotta make sure all your angles are covered. Gotta make sure it's good and secure. There we go. That's
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's a good little tree.
Well,
Nothing but safety.
I don't know how I'm gonna get that top one. You have a book sale, Steve?
Yep, come real soon to a town near you.
A little bit of a book sale. And then we decided to build a campground. And we kind of modeled it after Skid Row. And I mean, it had a lot more to go before we were done, but I think it did the job. Yep, there's Old Glory flying. The cherry on top was the Confederate flagpole we erected. And yeah, I don't know too many people that want to live next to Skid Row and in a 1 point whatever $1 million house. But yeah, it got the job done because they moved the pipe pretty quick. So they already dug the pipe up and moved it. If you can see all that big lump of dirt up there. See if I can zoom in on it. It's going my bear hat. Yeah. There was a big old drain pipe coming out right where all that gravel is and back to here. And it was just flowing down this here hill and going into this beautiful pond. It really is a beautiful pond. And I don't know why anybody'd want to put shit in it. And they're lucky they moved it. This is all the shit we got on deck waiting to go down there tonight. We're going to add all this to Shantytown. We're going to be a flaming asshole and start pissing in everyone's Cheerios. Just remember, there's an even bigger flaminger asshole out there somewhere.